Hello, everyone. Come on in. Hello. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about human nature. Let's talk about why we are unhappy and what we can do to be happier. I know every single person wants more happiness, but there's a reason why we don't achieve that state. There is a reason. Hafiza, you just bought my book. Where are you from? Hello, everyone. Hi, Angela. We're going to talk about concepts from my book, A Radical Awakening. We're going to talk about how this book can help you and the women in your life break free. I have many women writing in about how this book is shaking them to their core. So if you've read the book and you liked the book and you're inspired by the book, get it for your friends and leave a review wherever you want to leave a review. Because the more this message can get out there, the more people can fly free. Playing Healing, you just ordered the book. Reading your book, just bought your book. Perfect. Yay. Love the book. Jackie, are you reading the book? What do you love about it? Hi, everyone. Hello. Get the book. Hi, Soraya. Let me know if you're reading it. Neha, you're reading it right now. What chapter are you on? Mabel is doing my course, The Awakened Heart. Jackie's loving the book. Pump it up bars. Excited to get the book. Amina, you're listening to the book in Audible. So many questions. Sunil, love the way you think. Superb. Fabulous. So if you like the book and the book is making a difference, then share it with other women because it will help others as well. Verma Jazz is reading the book. You can get it on Audible. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at your indie bookstore. Greg, you just downloaded the book on Audible? Wow. Tell us what you feel about it as you go along. Confronting the Shadow. Soraya, you're doing my course and you're reading the book. I'm so happy. Soul Empowerment Expert is in my course right now, Radical Awakening. Thank you for being there. So many of you are buying the book. Amazing. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about what I feel is one of our key stumbling blocks, why we keep suffering. I mean, I talk about a lot of our stumbling blocks here, but one of the ways that is across the board, men and women keep stumbling is because we haven't really fully claimed our own authentic power. And because we haven't claimed our own authentic power, we, without realizing, have given this power to others. We have given this power to others. How? Through our expectations, through our beliefs that we don't have the power and that somebody else has the power. Shweta, your book just arrived yesterday. It's a game changer. I'm so excited for you to read it. So there is an expectation within us that we can't fully own our own power, that somebody else has the power over us, and that they should have this power over us. So we expect things from them that is not theirs to give. How many of you have been in relationships where you are utterly destroyed because the other one has not met your expectations? This is the repetition. This is our madness at work, at home, with our children. We keep expecting our children to make us happy. And when they don't, we shame them, we blame them, we degrade them, we humiliate them, we conditionally love them. So we have so many problems really in our minds, but one of the standard ones that keep coming up, especially for women, is that we have given our power away. We have given it away to ideas and belief systems about how we should be. We've given it away into this idea of love, that there is this idea that there's this magical, mythical person who is our one and only. That's a lie, everyone. There is no such thing. Now you can have one person that is amazing more than others, but you also haven't met everybody on earth yet. They're just amazing for now. Given that you've just met a few hundred people, keep it in perspective. Don't give them your entire power. Yes, handed your power on remote control. Very good, whoever said that. So, we talk in this book about the lies around love. They're not comfortable. You won't like them. They're going to poke you. You're going to be like, ouch. But it's so important because you give your power away to this idea that there's this amazing person who's supposed to meet all your fantasies and expectations and hopes and desires and ambitions and achievements and happiness and success. It's not true. It's completely a lie. It's a delusion. That's how insane the expectation is. And this expectation exists because we don't have power within ourselves. We have absconded our power. We have handed our power over to others. We do this all the time. If somebody at a party that you don't even know says something rude to you, your entire party will be ruined. Instead of you just saying, wow, I understand, I get it, you have an opinion about me, and let's move it along. But we will be destroyed. So if a stranger has power over us, imagine how the people in our close circles have power over us. Road rage on roads between boys is because you've given your power away. Anyway, you give your power away when somebody believes something different than you. If they have another God than you. If they talk about your eyes, your skin, your nose, your fat, you get upset because you've given your power away. So this book really talks about how that process occurs. Why you've given your power away. Ayelet, I love your name. Ayelet. You just bought the book. Fabulous. Mabel says, every time someone criticizes me, I throw myself in the garbage. Exactly. You know what the real delusion is? And I talk about it in my book. The real delusion is that we think we are so special that nobody can have an opinion about us that isn't amazing. And the reason we really think that even below is actually because we don't think we're special. We actually have such a low sense of worth that we now attach to everybody's opinion about us in an insane way. Parents do this with children, right? Children are supposed to be our puppets. Our parents treated us like that. They wanted us to meet their expectations. And when we did not meet their expectations, they gave us the communication that we are not good enough. So this is how we need to discover who it is we are, by going back into our childhood and rediscovering the false narratives that we have taken in for ourselves. I talk about here our ideas around success, our ideas around beauty. We women have been plagued with this idea that we are meant to be perfect. And if we don't meet a standard, then we're not good enough. So if we don't meet the standard of excellence, perfection, achievement, and beauty, and being nice, right? We women have extra standards than men. We're supposed to be nice. We're supposed to be sweet. We're supposed to be quiet. We're supposed to keep everybody together, right? So these standards break us. They cause us so much inner turmoil that we break under the pressure. So in order to break free, we need to understand that this power we've given away needs to be reclaimed. The only way to reclaim the power is that we need to own all the ways we have been lied to. In the book, I talk about our institutions of marriage and divorce. A lot of people get poked by it because they don't want to experience another reality. So there's a lot of stigma around marriages that end in divorce, and that's a lie. There should be no stigma around it. There's a lot of stigma around women who don't have children. There is stigma around women who don't get married. These are lies. These are things that we have learned from culture and from religion and from education that are not true. So, there's somebody on Instagram who's saying negative things about me and everyone is like, go away, go away. It's okay, he can stay, but it doesn't matter. The ideas that are groundbreaking are going to get resistance. So somebody's writing here, every time I try to express myself and show up, my mind always reacts as if that's rude. Because we women have been told, don't be rude. Even if we express ourselves, we are like rude, right? So we have been so submerged. We have been so suppressed that even when we speak up and speak our truth, it's threatening to others. This book is not only speaking the truth, it's breaking the lies we have been told. It's against the status quo. It is not a conservative book. It is a daring exposition of the lies we have ingested. So when we ingest lies, we suffer. We not only suffer, our children suffer. When we teach our daughters that they should be nice rather than authentic, our children suffer. When we teach our children that pain is something they should be afraid of, that big feelings are something that are scary, then our children suffer. We suffer because we've been taught that pain is something to avoid. So when we experience pain, we medicate our pain. We inject our faces. We artificialize our lives. We zombify ourselves through distractions and addictions because we have not been taught how to experience pain as a portal to power. These are the ways we have been lied to by our parents, by our culture. Religion has told us we are only good if we are a certain way. Education has told us we are only good if we are a certain way. Marriage tells us we are only good if we are married in a particular way. And if you break out of these lines, you are a failure. You're bad. You're lesser than. So women who don't have children, do you know how much stigma they live with? Why? Nature gave our bodies the capacity to have children, but not the mandate to have children. Marriage is a cultural phenomenon. It's a cultural invention. It didn't even exist more than 5,000 to 7,000 years ago, which is a blink in the history of time and mankind and humankind. So we have cultural inventions around beauty, the standard of beauty, right? The standard of beauty changes all the time. But for a lot of our modern history, the standard has been a white standard of beauty. Blue eyes and lighter skin. This is a lie. Because there is no standard of beauty. Sure, there's standard of symmetry and nature is always symmetrical, but there's no standard of beauty. In fact, blue eyes and light eyes like mine are degenerative. They're not strong eyes. They're mutation. And no one wants to hear that. But since I have green eyes, I can tell you, mutation, right? Don't covet these eyes. These are not strong eyes. When I was in 9th grade in biology class, the biology teacher used to show my eyes to everyone to show defective eyes, not strong, mutated. So I can make fun of my own eyes, but if I told somebody else and I had brown eyes, they would be up in arms because no one wants to hear the truth. So we have to understand that we have false standards of beauty. There is no standard of beauty. And it is not a white standard of beauty. And all our brown girls are growing up trying to dye their hair blonde and wear fake contacts, right? So sad. And the white girls are trying to get brown with fake tans because we're all feeling unworthy. We're all trying to be skinnier. Some are trying to be more buxom. Some are trying to have big butts. Some are trying to have smaller butts. What are we doing to ourselves? Instead of simply acknowledging that each one is unique. Every one of us is is unparalleled in our uniqueness. No two faces are the same. So to try to all of us have the same face is ridiculous. Right? So somebody wrote, blondes have more fun. Not true. Ask any brunette. It is not true. Right? So these are fake ideas that we've bought into. Yes, they are brainwashing people to believe they need. Yes. So the entire culture has been brainwashed to live in scarcity, to live in lack, to live in need. And when we live in lack and need, we then give our power to others. We give our power to the cosmetic industry. We give our power to the beauty industry. We give our power to the distractions and the addictions, to alcohol, to tobacco, to drugs, and to people. We give our power to unconscious people in our lives. We're always complaining about the unconscious people in our lives. When will we wake up to understand that they are unconscious? They cannot give you what you need. So expecting them to give you what you need is your madness. Yes? When you knock on someone's door and they don't open, how much are you going to keep knocking? Right? Somebody's ringing my bell. See? How much is he going to keep ringing my bell? So, it's a delivery. I told them to ring the bell and go, but he will keep ringing the bell. So, this is how we need to wake up and realize that when someone isn't delivering our expectation, it's not the other's problem. It is our lack. It is our inability to understand that the other cannot meet our expectation. So why have we given the power away? We not only give the power away in our own lives, we give the power away in our children's lives. Because we train our children to be hungry for external validation. We train our children to crave what we have craved in our lives. So we teach them to want to fit in. We teach them to go for the grade, even if it's not who it is they are. We teach them to crave external validation from universities and admissions. My daughter is in 12th grade and she just applied to schools. And I saw the madness up front about how we have created a culture where our kids feel so insecure about their academic achievement, as if their academic achievement is their entire worth. And how colleges are a damn business. It's all for money, money, money. Right? So the college board has these things called the advanced placement here in America. So you take these courses, college level courses in high school through the college board. You pay like $100 a pop. And the promise is that when they go to college, maybe it will transfer and it looks so good on the transcript and maybe you don't have to pay the college level courses. Guess what? Then you apply for college and you realize that those courses were not transferable. Right? So my daughter knows this. She's like, Mom, half these courses won't even transfer. So it's a game. It's an industry. It's a complex. It's an institutional complex that we have created to create lack. And the lack creates consumerism. So this is how the cycle goes. So you, as a powerful parent, as a powerful woman especially, needs to step out of the matrix and say, I don't subscribe. We are paying subscription every day to the parenting industrial complex, to the beauty industrial complex, to the wealth industrial profit-based complex. Everything is an industry that we have bought into and we pay daily subscription and we're never happier because we're never meant to be happy. If you take care of the wrinkles on your forehead, what about the wrinkles under your eyes? If you take care of this, what about this? What about this? What about that? There's always a new product on the market. There's always something to make you feel bad about yourself. If you were married for 10 years, not good enough. You got to be married for life. If you were married for 25 years, you're still a failure if you divorce. It's insanity because the entire culture is based on one fact. We have given our power away to the outside and we got to take our power back. And the only way to take our power back is to see through the bubble that we're living in called the culture. And we need to own our own healing and redeem our own selves. There is no one outside who is going to redeem you. There is no husband or wife or child who is going to give you inner wholeness and inner liberation. The only inner liberation will come when you dismantle your belief systems, when you realize that you have believed a bunch of bullshit. Sorry to say, every time you suffer, it's because you believe something should be other than it is. So this book, A Radical Awakening, is called A Radical Awakening. And I was scared to call it A Radical Awakening because I didn't want to be so radical. I was like, let's call it a conscious awakening. Let's call it the awakened woman. Do we have to say radical? Because I know that no one wants a radical awakening. So I'm like, no one's going to buy the book. And it could quite well be that not many people buy the book because it is too radical. But then I realized that I can't be a wimp and I can't just want sales. If it is what it is, then I need to sell it as it is. This is a wake-up call. I've written quite a few books, and each book to me was radical. But I can honestly say, none of them are as radical as this one. This one speaks to the heart of the woman. It speaks to the soul of the woman and why she has been suppressed. Because unless we women wake up, our children will not wake up, our sons will not wake up, and we will not wake the men up in our lives. The reason why we live in a toxic patriarchy is because we women haven't woken up. I'm putting the onus, the challenge, and the honor in the woman's hands. When we wake up and check our men and heal them, and not that it's our job, but just by speaking up, we will check and heal the entire planet. The reason why our planet is running amok on the destruction of corruption at the hands of masculine toxicity is because there's no female empowerment. We women haven't collectively risen to check the toxicity. So this book is a collective cry to every woman to join hands with her sisters, but first to awaken and join hands with herself. So when she awakens, she will awaken the power in all. So this is my one woman's plea to another woman to awaken. In this book, I share my own journey. It wasn't easy to be vulnerable and to share my imperfections and all the crap that's happened in my life. By taking ownership, not by crying about it, not by blaming anyone, but by understanding my role in it. And when you understand your role, you fully take your power back. So this is one woman's plea to another woman, and then your plea to another woman to wake up. Because when we wake up, our children are set free. And that is the ultimate quest of this book, is how do we leave behind a healthier legacy for our children. So this is a wake-up call. Buy the book. Buy it for your sisters. Buy it for your friends. And I want to make one more announcement. This Wednesday, I will be speaking with a radical human being. His name is Dr. Gabor Mate. He is a radical expert in the field of connection, trauma, and addiction. So join me. The link is here somewhere, and in my bio, and in the copy. Join me on Wednesday, June 2nd, for a radical conversation with a radical human being, Dr. Gabor Mate, and myself in conversation. And if you live in the US, you get a signed copy of the book. It's $39. It's online. The recording will be sent to you for 30 days. If you can't attend, it's going to be a radical conversation. It's on June 2nd. The link is here somewhere. The link is here. Make sure you join. It's going to be fabulous. And buy the book. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Let's wake up.